Meanwhile, on the political front, the US and Western allies clashed with Russia and China on Thursday over Iran's nuclear intentions as Washington sought the United Nations to further justify the war it launched on Iran 2 weeks ago. At a meeting of the 15-member UN Security Council, which is chaired this month by the US, Russia and China, moved unsuccessfully to block a discussion about a committee established to oversee and enforce UN sanctions on Iran. They were overruled 11-2 with 2 absentees. Addressing the Council, US Envoy to United Nations Mike Waltz accused Moscow and Beijing of seeking to protect Tehran by blocking the work of the so-called 1737 Committee. Waltz charged that both China and Russia did not want a functional sanctions committee, quote-unquote, because they want to protect their partner Iran and continue to maintain defense cooperation that is now once again prohibited. Waltz noted that last week the UN's International Atomic Energy Agency had reiterated that Iran was the only state in the world without nuclear weapons to have produced and accumulated uranium enriched up to 60% and had refused to provide the IAEA access to its stockpile. Russia's UN ambassador charged that the US and its allies had whipped up hysteria surrounding supposed plans Iran had to get a nuclear weapon that were never corroborated by IAEA reports. China's representative also called Washington the instigator of Iran's nuclear crisis and said that it had resorted to blatant use of force against Iran during the negotiation process, which rendered the diplomatic efforts futile. US President Donald Trump has urged Iran's nuclear program to justify his war on Iran. He said that this month that Iran would have had a nuclear weapon within 2 weeks had the US not struck 3 key nuclear sites in June, a claim sources have said was not supported by US intelligence assessment. Britain and France told the Security Council that reimposing sanctions on Iran was justified by Tehran's failure to address concerns about its nuclear program. France said that the IAEA was no longer able to guarantee the peaceful nature of the program and Tehran's nuclear stockpile was sufficient for 10 nuclear devices.
We fully reject the points made by the Russian Federation. Today's meeting is fully in line with the decisions and procedure of this Council. The United Kingdom, alongside France and Germany, triggered the snapback mechanism procedure in full accordance with Security Council Resolution 2231.
The United States strongly rejects the assertions made by the representatives of Russia and China and fully supports the statements that have been made by the representatives of the United Kingdom and France. In view of the request and the comments made by members of the Security Council, I intend to put the provisional agenda to the vote. Accordingly, I shall put it to the vote now. Will those in favor of the adoption of the provisional agenda, non-proliferation, please raise their hand.